Bush 41's condition, hospitalized with a broken bone in his neck.
We'll be right back. A live interview with a doctor to talk about the president's condition. We'll be right back.
Developing this morning, this tweet was sent out in the last hour saying that President George H.W. Bush remains in the hospital this morning. A family spokesman says that he fell at his home in Maine and broke a bone in his neck. The former president is in a neck brace now, but the injury is not life-threatening. The family spokesman says that he was never disoriented and does not expect a long hospital stay. In December, the former president spent about a week in a Houston hospital for precautionary treatments after experiencing shortness of breath. In 2012, for about 2 months, he was treated at the Sam E. Hospital for bronchitis-related cough and other issues. The former president also suffers from a form of Parkinson's disease. Ron?
Marie, thank you. And joining us now to talk a bit more about the former president's health and this injury, how it might impact him moving forward, Dr. James Pinckney. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Pinckney. We appreciate it. In particular, would his age perhaps have contributed to the break itself? In other words, if a younger person had a similar fall, would they be less likely to break this vertebrae?
Yeah, absolutely. As we age, osteoporosis can set in. The bones can become more brittle. That can absolutely contribute to the fracture.
He's been in a wheelchair for some time. He's immobile, and we presume he has 24-hour care and supervision at his home there in Kennebunkport. People may be wondering how a fall like this could happen if you're supervised.
Yeah, that's right. He has vascular Parkinsonism, so he has problems with motion and balance at baseline. So typically it can take 2 people to transfer a patient from the wheelchair to the bed. So at some point something must have happened, and he unfortunately suffered a pretty bad fall.
So the point here being it can happen even if you are under the care and supervision of others, just something in a split second.
That's right. Just a split second lapse of concentration can result in a catastrophic fall.
Is there any particular complications moving forward that might be related either to his age as this vertebrae heals or to any of his other underlying conditions?
Well, we're not sure exactly where that fracture is. If it's above C3, then you could actually have respiratory paralysis. So I have to assume that it's below the level of the cervical spine, level 3. Typically C5, C6, C7 are the most common regions that are fractured in this age group. And the bones take about 6 weeks to heal. So the most important thing is that he gets home, that it's a stable fracture. He doesn't have any type of pneumonia develop because he's immobile.
So the neck brace itself might make him even more immobile, and your concern here is that that always sets up the possible risk of pneumonia, and we know he had that stay in a Houston hospital for a couple of months several years back. Where would you rank that level of concern for someone dealing with what he's dealing with?
Well, if he's hospitalized, then there's a much higher level of concern for pneumonia. If he's at home, that risk is decreased.
Really?
So we want him definitely to heal and get better soon. The most important thing is that he does not have another fall.
All right, we're going to be watching it closely. Thank you for your insight, Dr. James Pinckney. We appreciate it. Marie, back to you.